Accused of murdering our son, the Stephen Clark story. Mother in tears on ITV documentary. A new documentary which follows pensioner dad and mom as they have been arrested on suspicion of the 1992 homicide in their son exhibits the emotional second the mom breaks down and shows the police are decided to incriminate us. Stephen Clark turned into 23 whilst he went lacking in Saltburn, Cleveland, North Yorkshire, in December 1992. After his dad and mom stated he didn't emerge from public bathrooms at some point of a own circle of relatives walk. In September 2020, following a chilly case evaluate, Cleveland police arrested his aged dad and mom Doris, 81, and Charles Clark, 78, and searched their beach domestic and lawn in Marske. The couple have in view that been launched without fee following the 17-week lengthy research final year. Airing this night on ITV at 9 p.m. Accused of murdering our son. The Stephen Clark story sees Doris spoil down as she shows the police are decided to incriminate us. Scroll down for video during the program, whilst a mystery writer, who dispatched a letter approximately the case to police in 1999, eventually comes forward. It nonetheless seems uncertain whether or not the pensioner dad and mom nightmare will cease. Standing in her kitchen as presenter former detective Mark Williams-Thomas offers her the information, Doris is briefed to interrupt down into tears. "It's a nightmare. God, I simply need it to move away," she says. "Go away, I can't endure it. I can't. They're villains, absolute villains, whoever it is." Charles tells her. "Listen, don't accept as true with one half of the stuff. Anyway, it's as much as you, can't assist you anymore. It's all right believing or now no longer believing, it's occurring isn't it," replies Doris. "And the police are without a doubt decided to incriminate us." To this, Charles says, "Well, must await the police to return back spherical, which they're seemingly going to do, and properly face them once they come. That's the cease of it. The tale hasn't changed. Did you homicide Stephen? Did I homicide Stephen? Don't be silly." Earlier withinside the program, an emotional Doris is once more in tears whilst a police letter informs them the couple they're free of bail, however nonetheless below research, and can be re-interviewed. She says, "The nightmare continues. There's no launch at all, earlier than taking walks into her husband's opened arms." Doris agreed to movie the documentary in a bid to discover their son, who turned into left with a everlasting limp and broken arm whilst he turned into hit via way of means of a lorry as a toddler. The program explores each aspects of the tale and exhibits the extreme strain skilled via way of means of the couple pressured to relive the affliction of Stephen's disappearance and face the chance of being jailed. From having their lawn dug up and residence searched via way of means of police seeking out a frame to media speculation, the couple's unfolding nightmare is witnessed via way of means of Mr. Williams-Thomas. At factors for the duration of the weeks, Mr. Williams-Thomas tests in with retired senior police officer Julie Mackay, the previous head of major crime at Avon and Somerset Police, who recollects the case. She gives her perception at the police research and the selection to accuse Stephen's dad and mom 28 years on from their son's disappearance. Charles and Doris additionally proportion new domestic video pictures of Stephen as a baby and relive the tragic vehicle coincidence whilst elderly simply 3. He turned into hit via way of means of a lorry, which left him with a critically broken left arm and leg, in addition to a stated limp. Doris says, "He turned into so exclusive from the little boy earlier than the coincidence to how he turned into whilst he got here domestic, so we simply labored as difficult as we ought to get him better." Mr. Williams-Thomas says, "Over 17 weeks I accompanied Charles and Doris at the same time as they have been accused of the homicide in their son. My technique turned into to be absolutely impartial, my thinking direct, as I unpicked their bills and explored the feasible eventualities round Stephen's unexpected disappearance. It's a compelling real lifestyles tale, offering an intimate perception to the specific revel in of this couple. This is as near against the law drama as you may ever see on television." Now dominated out as suspects withinside the homicide research, Doris and Charles purpose to get on with their lives and nonetheless stay in desire that at some point Stephen will go back to their own circle of relatives domestic. At the time in their launch from the research without fee, Doris stated, "It's wonderful. It turned into by no means going to be another manner simply. It is. Imply. It is exquisite information to get from the police. I assume it has now no longer simply sunk in yet. I am positive the next day we can be feeling great or absolutely ecstatic. It is a superb component to have happened. In September, after she and her husband were arrested and bailed, she instructed newshounds the state of affairs turned into without a doubt ludicrous. In February, Cleveland police stated the research into Stephen's disappearance turned into persevering with. The force, which has by no means publicly recognized the couple as suspects, stated, 2 humans arrested on suspicion of the homicide of Stephen Clark have now been launched from the research without fee. Detective Chief Inspector Sean Page stated, officers from the Joint Cleveland and North Yorkshire Police Cold Case Unit have accompanied a large range of strains of enquiry because the release of the homicide research in 2020, which accompanied a evaluate of the authentic case. We are persevering with to analyze Stephen's disappearance and those can maintain to touch us with information. There isn't any evidence of lifestyles and we accept as true with Stephen has come to severe harm, and the case remains categorized as one in all suspected homicide. At the time of his disappearance, Stephen turned into attending the Rathbone Society in Redcar, which labored with humans with disabilities to enhance their employment skills. Accused of murdering our son, the Stephen Clark story is on ITV this night. Created by 00 Breaking News. Daily breaking and more news. Please subscribe. See you in a better, our world.